So since this show, it's so well known because everyone loves it, it's a holiday classic. So what's really great is that since it's a radio play, it's written differently. So it doesn't have any like transitions written in for a stage. So we have a lot of flexibility to make it our own.
I'm really excited. I mean, it's a lot of fun. I was nervous at first. I didn't know how everyone would react to being kind of directed by a peer, but they're incredibly respectful and incredibly mature with it, and it's actually a lot of fun. I've learned you have to find the balance between sensitivity and direction, so it's really difficult to, because each actor is different and each techie is different. And you have to find a specific way to interact with each person that's going to help them access the emotional depth that they need for their character.
I played the role of Mary Hatch, who becomes Mary Bailey. She, if I would say who she was in one word, she embodies love. She meets George, she's loved him since she was 12, and you get to watch their love story unfold on the stage. There's something said about doing this project with so many other people and feeling these emotions with those people, and getting to share that with the audience is really a beautiful, beautiful experience.
I'm Macy. I'm a senior. I do tech for the show. I'm ETD, so I'm the assistant technical director. I'm actually lucky, I guess, because I joined tech on a complete whim my freshman year. I've never really been into sports, so I figured I'd try it, and then I just absolutely loved it. So yeah, part of the fun of tech is like you create an entire dimension, but the fun part is nobody knows. And like there's a lot of opinions of tech that we go like underappreciated and stuff, which is true a little bit, but that's also kind of the fun part is it's like you have this like in a way control over the audience, but they just don't know it.
I play the role of Clara, George's guardian angel. My character is given a very important role. She has to save George's life. The problem is she's a little naive and she's not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed. But in the end, she realizes that she doesn't need to be super intelligent or think things through or have this whole elaborate plan to save George. Really, what ends up saving him is this ability to sense his emotions and develop this emotional connection with him that shows him that he's touched so many people's lives and that he really is an important person. I remember my mother took me to see one of Vizzy's shows when I think I was maybe 10 or 11, and there was just this energy on stage that really pulled me in, like no show I've ever seen before. I mean, I could tell that the people on stage had this really deep connection with each other, and I was just pulled in, and I really wanted to see more of Vizzy's shows.
And I played Josephine the Angel in the play. She is the superintendent of angels. We actually changed the role from male to female because I think it made it more interesting that she was a female superintendent. It made her more powerful. And she basically runs the whole show. She's this magical being that controls the sets and controls the actors, so it's incredibly fun to play, to be able to be this celestial being. When I was a freshman, I tried out for the fall play and I sadly didn't make it, but I joined tech instead, and that was an amazing experience, and I think it has made me more grateful as an actor for how much work the techies do, because it is incredibly hard.
My favorite part of the show, from a technical side, there's the scene where George goes to the bridge and all of the lights are dark blue, and I used what we call prismatic gobos. So they're glass, like shards of glass that you actually put in the light, and it just reflects this like beautiful output on the stage floor. So I'm really pumped for that.
Like Mary and George scenes, whenever they have a scene together, we always have, like, since I'm a lights person, we made it so that all the lights are like really pretty for their scenes, and also like it's really great when you see like really intense acting scenes, but also like we have really great like lighting and sound effects and stuff. So I think that those are like anything that kind of integrates like the really intense like acting with like really interesting like special effects on the tech side is like my favorite part ever.
My favorite part of the show would have to be when Clara rescues George from committing suicide. I think it adds a sort of urgency, then also kind of a comedic twist to the show because Clara kind of has no idea what she's doing when she's trying to save George. So I think it's funny, but then it's also kind of urgent.
My favorite part altogether is definitely just working with so many incredible people. You get to know so many different people when you're doing the directing. So you get to talk to all these different people, hear about their lives, but also you get to see incredible work being done. So incredible emotional depth.
So the energy I first saw when I saw my first Visi show, I am so happy that I'm able to feel that still when I'm backstage. I remember last year during the fall show, before we went on stage, after we'd done all our little rituals and things, the curtain was about to go up and we had all these nervous jitters, and everybody just wordlessly kind of joined hands and started praying, and it was just a really special moment. And just little moments like that really define Visitation's theater, I think, and we all grow so close by the end of the show. It's just so exciting to be able to create this world together and really be able to pull people in and touch people. I mean, it's amazing.
So I really like seeing how everything is working, and then eventually when it all comes together, it's really great because you're like, wow, this is all us, like students did this. So I think that it's so fulfilling to see like on opening night when you see everything come together, and it's just really great. It's really like, it's so much fun. Like tech, the first thing that kind of drew me in when I first started was that it's not like a team, like a sports team, but you grow, like you have this bond with all these other people and you're working hard, and it's really great to see like these little girls who are like using power tools and stuff, and it's just really funny, but it's also like, wow, they're actually letting us do this and we're making all of this ourselves, which is really great, and I think like it's a real confidence booster.
I've met some of my best friends during Visi Theater. At the end, we call it the Nolan family.
It's funny because you see at the beginning, at auditions, people are like a little bit nervous, a little bit cautious, but by the end it's like one big family. Everyone's yelling and laughing and crying together, and it's really incredible.
So the message that we're trying to convey is no matter how awful life gets, no matter how many struggles you're facing, if you're with people you love, then life is always going to be something wonderful and something definitely worth living.
Besides the nativity, of course, the birth of Jesus, it's the ultimate Christmas love story. Not only between George and Mary, but between George and his family, you know, the older generation, as well as the younger generation. Between George and the community, and then ultimately love of life itself. I mean, that's what the message of this play is, that it's a wonderful life, and no matter what happens, when you're with people you love, it's beautiful.
It's such a classical story, and I think it's kind of a story that everyone should see at least once in their life, because I think it really instills in you a feeling of gratefulness and of joy for your life and all the things that you've accomplished in your life.
It's going to be incredible. You have to come and see it.